and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already part of the Sprinkle Squad. And I am aware that I've really not done any kind of like fall or Halloween builds like at all this year, since I've just been life has been weird. However, I decided that I wanted to make a cute little ghost house. And I guess another thing, like Halloween's not necessarily like my jam, you know, like I'm really into like fall and like Christmas time and everything, but like Halloween's just not really my thing. So I feel like those builds are just harder for me to do. But I got the idea to make this super adorable little ghost house. I think it came out so incredibly well. I am actually really happy with it. Like it took me a little while to figure out the exact shape, and for some reason I didn't have bb.move objects on when I started, which like that was like, I don't know why, but I guess like my Better Build By was kind of messed up. And if you don't know what Better Build By is, it is a mod in The Sims 4 that basically turns on all the really good building cheats so you don't actually have to worry about them when you're building. They're just on and ready to go and make it easier to access, debug. Highly recommend if that is something that you like to do in The Sims. It has literally like changed the way I build. It just makes my life so much easier. But anyways, that was a total aside, but I wanted this to be like a fall looking build. So I actually changed the season to fall and actually decorated using fall trees and stuff. So the colors are a little bit different, but I thought that would be kind of nice and kind of like I was gonna say on topic for Halloween, but what am I trying to say? I guess just like, I don't know. It feels like it would be right since it's in fall. And I feel like by the time I actually start doing more like fall builds, it's going to be time for winter, which is so crazy. Like, and I don't know, like I have noticed that like in stores, like they're already playing Christmas music. It's kind of crazy. Like, and like I said, I'm not a huge Halloween person, but like, and I love Christmas time, but I don't know if I'm quite ready for Christmas music yet. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably only like a week away from decorating for Christmas. Like, if I actually have time to do so, like I have so much like to decorate with, like it's gonna take me forever. And also, like, I wanted to mention that if I sound a little funny, like I'm still not like feeling super 100%, like I'm fine, but I just, you know, my voice is still sounding a little bit funny. So apologies if you're like, what is going on? Like, is there something wrong with your voice or your mic or something? Yeah, it's my voice. It's just like, we've been struggling with allergies here. Like, it's been a whole thing. But anyways, so I'm feeling okay though. Hopefully I'm not like coughing or anything. I mean, you would never hear it. I wouldn't put it in the voiceover, but like I would edit that out. But I'm hoping that I can get through the whole voiceover without having to stop. But I guess we'll find out. And this actually turned out to be almost 64,000 simoleons. So actually not like too awful. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. So it's actually a pretty large home, I feel like. And you know, I didn't want this to be super huge, like just because I wanted it to be a fun, cute little build. I don't necessarily anticipate like a bunch of people wanting to play in it, you know what I mean? But it was just something really fun for me to actually work on. And it is up on the Sims 4 gallery if you do want to download it under my ID, spicensprinkles, all one word, all lowercase, and down in the description if you want to see it written out. So obviously feel free to download it and play with it. I did make this a haunted house lot just because I thought that would be kind of fun. But if that's not something you're interested in playing with, you can easily change that in like the lot settings. Like when you go in like and place the build, you can just change the lot type, like, and as usual, change it, do whatever you want with it. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all, because obviously I'm just doing this for fun, but you know, that changes stuff based on like your gameplay, you know what I mean, if you need other items. And I thought that this maybe was a like 1 or 2 parents and a child lived in here. And this sounds crazy, I do include the piano. I feel like I never include pianos in my builds, and I actually decided to do so because that room over there to the left is actually gonna be the parents' bedroom, and it's so big. Like, I was like, this thing is huge. Like, honestly, if you were to download this, you could divide that into 2 different rooms and have, you know, 3 different bedrooms if you'd like to. But I ended up just leaving it with just a larger parents' bedroom and then the kids' bedroom there off to the side. We have a small dining space in the kitchen, so like a breakfast nook kind of thing, but we also have like a full dining room table kind of when you walk in the front door. And I really went with this like pink and blue cutesy kind of thing. I just thought it was really fun. Honestly, I found that like spooky wallpaper. Okay, it's not super spooky. It's just like has ghosts on it, but I use that in the kids' bedroom, and that's kind of the inspiration I use because I just thought that would be really fun. Like I said, since I'm not a huge Halloween person, like I'm not really good at the like more creepy Halloween builds, if that makes sense, like true haunted house kind of thing. But this I can do. This I can do like a bunch of cute colors everywhere, and I just, honestly, I just had fun building it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if it's like one of my best builds, but I just really enjoyed doing it. Like sometimes it's nice just to do some kind of weird funky build, and like just because it's Halloween time and you can build a ghost. And I think, what was it, last year I believe I built a pumpkin, so that is up on the channel as well if you're interested in that. I think that one turned out really well. I'm not gonna lie, that took me a long time, I think, to figure out the exterior, like how I wanted it to look. And of course, like when I do all these builds, I end up using the round walls, which if you've built in The Sims, round walls are just not usually easy to deal with. Like, I was so excited when we got them, but honestly, they just kind of cause a lot of issues, which is kind of sad, like, because it's such a cool idea, but it can be a little bit difficult to deal with them. Luckily, I didn't have too many problems. I will say that, like, the ceiling, for some reason, looks kind of weird in some of those, like, rounded wall areas, and there really wasn't much I can do about that. So just a heads up, if you download it, if you're actually, the only time you're really going to see that is if like you're in tab mode. You can see like the ceiling and it just looks kind of discolored and odd. And don't worry, that light that is sitting outside, I do end up like getting rid of it. Like, I think I accidentally placed it, but we do get rid of it there. And I also, like I said, I don't know why, but my mod had turned off like all of my settings. Like, so it didn't originally have like my like bb.move objects on, and it didn't have like my like ignore unlocks thing checked either. So basically, like, there's items in the game that you can only get if like you're in a certain career, or like there's certain things that you need to do to unlock the items. But this also allows you to enter the cheat that lets you just get to all of those items, which is really fun, because I don't like building when I don't have access to all of the items, if that makes sense, because I don't know, I just feel like it's more fun to have those things. But of course, like, if you are going through that career, you can like delete those items out if you want to like, find them on your own, if that makes sense. And I actually ended up using the paranormal coffee table, which I was really excited about. I really love that table. I just have a hard time using it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it just doesn't match a whole lot of stuff, but I really want to use it. And I actually found, when I was doing the parents' bedroom, I found a swatch on, I think it was one of the high school years beds. Why did I have such a hard time saying that I really wanted to use? I think it's like a dark purple, like leopard print or something like that. I feel like now I need to use that in a build because I've never used it, and I think that's kind of what's really fun. So I decided to do like a pink and blue kind of aesthetic here. So when I was looking for items, I would filter by pink and blue, since you can filter by color. And I find items that I don't usually see, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's super fun if you feel like you're in like a building rut and you don't know what to do, or like, need a little more inspiration. You can do something like that, like pick a color that you maybe don't usually gravitate towards, and then just find an item that you're like, I've never used that before, like, let me try using that. I feel like that helps me get out of, like, if I'm just, I don't know what to build, that usually helps me out. And I did try to put some skill building stuff in here. So we do have the easel, we have the piano, we have the computer in here as well. And I end up putting, I think I only put like the one stuffed animal out in this area. I actually think I put something on the table as well. I think it's one of the items from, oh my goodness, we're getting way too many packs. I don't even know. The Get Together pack. And actually, on that note, like, I know that there was a leak for the new expansion pack, so I won't talk a whole lot about it in case you haven't seen it and you don't want things to be spoiled. If it is true, like, then I think that would be really cool. I'm hoping we get an announcement soon, so who knows, like, this is going up tomorrow, so on Tuesday, which means, like, I feel like Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually when we get Sims news, so for all I know, like, there's a like announcement already and I just don't know it. So I'm excited to see if we get one. I feel like it's getting close to time to actually getting official word from Sims, but you know, we'll kind of see. I know people have been speculating a lot ever since we got that behind the Sims and the roadmap and everything, so I'm really excited to see what we actually end up getting. And do we have more kits? I can't even remember. I don't know why, it just feels like such a blur, like when we got that roadmap, like what actually we're going to be getting in the next several months. But I think the leak said that maybe in December we're getting the expansion pack, but again, like, I don't know. Like, it sounds like it's probably a true leak, but I honestly have no idea, and I truly, like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about leaks. Like, I kind of wish they didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know people say like, oh, it's intentional or whatever. I don't know. I like getting official news, if that makes sense. Like a nice, like curated trailer or advertisement for the pack that was made like by the people developing the pack, you know, because I feel like these packs are labors of love from those developers. And like, I feel like it's kind of sad when that stuff gets leaked and if it's not by them, you know what I mean? Like if they, like, they're not presenting it in probably the way they would have wanted to. Anyways, I don't know. But, like, I just don't, like, look at leaks all too much. But I feel like I just spent a whole lot of time talking about a potential, like, announcement that we may or may not get this week. I mean, who knows? There's been so much chatter, like, with the, like, Sims community, I feel like. And I honestly, like, I'm not a huge person with social media, so I don't keep up with a whole lot. I just end up seeing this information because it kind of blows up, if that makes sense. Like, which I think is funny because I am, like, doing content creation on YouTube and stuff like that, but I'm just not a huge social media person, which I don't know, find kind of funny. And you may have just seen there that bed I was talking about that I saw, and I'm like, I think I need to use that. Like this bed also, I was filtering by a little bit of purple as well because I thought that would be a fun addition in here. And I don't know if I've really ever used that bed. So it was just, you know, this was just a really fun build. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really have an idea going in. I just knew cute ghost and that was it. And that's as far as I knew. Like literally what the ghost looked like was all I had in mind when I started, which honestly is kind of fun. Like just kind of going and doing things and seeing what works. And like, I mean, I don't know. If you plan on using this build, like, I'm curious, like, let me know, like, if that's something that you want to use, or if you have any other ideas that you might want to see on the channel. I would super appreciate it. Like seeing what you all may want for your own gameplay, because obviously everybody plays The Sims differently. And with seeing as I'm someone that just builds mostly, sometimes I don't think about like how people may want to play in The Sims, if that makes sense. So be sure to let me know if you have any suggestions. I would love to, you know, write those down in my book. I literally just have a book of a bunch of ideas that I really want to get to eventually, or different color schemes or items or, you know, stuff like that. Like if there's items in the game that I feel like a lot of people don't use, that kind of thing, you know, let me know. Or also like if there are little things that you would want like a tutorial on, like a short or something, let me know. If there's something that you see me do that you would actually like to see, then, you know, I'd be happy to try to maybe do something like that. I know I have a few shorts that actually have some instructional stuff on there, but anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I hope you have a really sweet day. Bye, everybody.